it's breeding season and day 2 of Jinny being in the passion paddock. So yesterday we introduced a hot new mare to the passion paddock and Patrick got his final girlfriend of the year. And what happened was his wife Edie said absolutely not and parked herself in between them. Don't think Jinny was in season, so that's absolutely fine. But let's just go and see what the dynamic is like today. I'm also supplied with raddle paint. So I'll be putting some raddle paint on Jinny's bottom. This is a paint that we use to mark the mare, which then is transferred to the stallion when they're on board. So it's our way of knowing if or not they have done the deed. Although honestly with Patrick, he's pretty demonstrative. We normally see. And actually I think judging by Jinny's behaviour on the fell, she might be similarly demonstrative. So I'm thinking with these guys, there won't be any secrets. We'll be seeing what's going on, but just in case. Oh no, of course you're not standing in the shade. Why would you stand in the shade when you can stand in the blazing sunshine? Okay, so all 3 ponies are here. We've got Jinny, the new mare, on the left here, the darkest one. Edie is behind her, and then Patrick is having a drink. Let's go and see how everyone's getting on. Hello, lass. How's it going in here? What do you think of your new boyfriend? Do you like him? Honestly, the first thing to say, she is quite stinky. I can smell mare in season. Be a bit soon, I think. If you saw my video yesterday, I was explaining that Jinny was quite obviously in season on the fell with the last herd that she was with, like 16 days ago, probably 17 days ago now. Mares cycle over an average of 21 days, so we would expect her to be coming into season, well, pretty soon. But she was really in standing heat like 16 days ago, 17 days ago. So I guess she would be, yeah, coming into season probably is reasonable. Like sort of expected the next day or two, but I can smell her today. It's a bit whiffy. Maybe I should have put raddle paint on yesterday. I didn't put the paint on yesterday. I'm putting it on today. And I got a bit of grief about that in the comments. I know. But even if they did do the deed yesterday, we would scan from the last covering. So there's a few more days, a couple more days at least, to see the activity. So it's fine. I'm going to raddle today, although it's so warm, the raddle's just running off. And what I'll be looking for today is if Patrick shows any signs of interest and we can see whether Jinny winks, splashes. So when mares are interested in stallions, when they are in season, they will wink their vulva, they will splash urine, swish it around with their tails. That's why they stink. There's activity going on which will give us a bit of a clue. Right, here we go. Let's see what the crack is. Edie still says no. I need to see Jinny's back end. So Edie's like a bit of a matriarch. She knows Patrick extremely well. I was having a sniff where Jinny's been. And a little toot. Don't need the toots, Patrick. You're still filthy. Right, are you going to do the Fleming response? You want to see a lip curling big sniff? Anything worth sniffing there? No, it's not good enough. A bit early, is it? Just going to lick your lips. Slightly creepy. No, he's testing the air, testing the ground, but we're not there, are we yet? Oh yes, matriarchal Edie here. Yeah, I see you. Has instantly taken the new mare under her wing, which is pretty standard Edie. We've seen this from her before. What she has done in the past is when the new mare, the young mare, is ready for the stallion, like in season, Edie's like, fine, crack on. But until then, she will tell Patrick he's not allowed to be near her, which I don't mind, honestly. Jinny is a maiden, which means she hasn't had a stallion before. She seemed to really like the boys when she was with the geldings on the fell, though, so we're not sort of worried that she won't like him. In fact, I'm thinking she's going to really like him. She was so annoyed with the boys on the fell when they didn't know what to do. So I'm thinking she's going to be relieved to have a guy who knows what he's doing, and he is a very experienced stallion. So I'm thinking they're going to be a great match, and we don't want to need Edie in the way, but I think she will only put herself in the way up until the point when Jinny is ready. So I'm not worried. But I am expecting the comments of, you'll have to take Edie out, she's blocking, take her out, she's in the way, why don't you take her out? Give it time. I'm thinking it's going to be all right. Give it a couple of days. I'm thinking it's going to be fine. If she's problematic, we'll work it out. We've got a bit of a tail in the air situation here, Jins. Can we see your back end, my darling? Let's have a quick look. Patrick is doing the occasional sing-song, and it's just making the girls move. It's making Edie put her ears back and move Jinny around. Are you a bit splashy back here, lass? Can't see. She's so dark coloured, it's very difficult to see. It feels like possibly there is a bit of mare splashes in that tail. So on day 2 for Jinny in the passion paddock with Patrick, I don't think we're that far off. Things getting really passionate. I think these two are going to be a good combo. But for now, I leave them as I did yesterday, the girls together and the stallion on his own, looking very sad and sorry for himself, but he knows the game. The mare is now raddled up. I tried to bring it down into the tail because it's just running off in this heat. He's definitely looking at him. He's posing on the hill up there, looking magnificent. She's sneaking closer and Edie spied it. Edie says no, not yet. Edie, you are going to have to let them at some point. I'm trusting you. I've told everyone that you're only going to block until the time is right. She's such a matriarch, isn't she? So it totally looks like we've got a race on now. Who's going to come into season and be covered first, Jinny or Belle down the road? They're literally a quarter of a mile apart, these two fields. So we've got the Hanky Panky Passy down there, Harley and Belle, Passion Paddock here, Patrick and Jinny and Edie. So who's going to be successful first, our Patrick or Harley? Stay tuned. Things are really hotting up. Jinny does look like she's plotting her escape from her chaperone to get to the boy up here. Not long, Jins, I don't think. Good lass.